Okay, real quick dip in on this next piece, kind of on a side note, but CSL pointed this out because and you're absolutely right. So the Blase loves to dunk on Jasmine Crockett. She's their new AOC because I guess AOC is not dark enough to scare maggots, right? And so enjoy with me, if you will. Come along. It's Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Come along. The greatest live stream in the history of live streams. I'm your host, Hal Sparks. Come with me as we enjoy a woman setting up her own face plant.
See how often it...
Hold on. Shut up.
Talking about all of the,
was she just filming her OnlyFans and took a break?
Sanctuary City hearings and everything that's happening. Everyone was thinking, I want to hear from Jasmine Crockett. What does Jasmine Crockett think about sanctuary cities? Well, you're going to be shocked to hear that she wants you to know that this is about white supremacy or something much.
Okay, so if she mentions white supremacy, she means the thing is about white supremacy. She's not making a comparison. Gotcha.
They love to cherry pick. They can find, any one person that has been killed. And if they've been killed by an immigrant, then God darn it, every single immigrant is going out and they are killers. And that is the problem. But they don't want to talk about white supremacy. I don't know how many hearings we going to have about the fact that there's been this one immigrant that killed this one person. And no, I'm not excusing any killings by them or white supremacists. But they haven't had these hearings. We didn't have a hearing on Buffalo and what happened.
Oh, this is the part where she kind of runs aground. Watch this. Because Crockett lists the actual white supremacist mass shooters. And
there, we didn't have a hearing on El Paso and what happened there. We didn't have a hearing on Charleston and what happened there. So it's interesting that they pick and choose.
I don't know. Do you guys know what she's laughing at? Because, it's a good point. It's kind of actually shocking that we didn't have a hearing about those things. I mean, it's not shocking that while Mike Johnson's in charge, we ever would. But it, compared to these other things.
Because it seems like they love to pal around with the white supremacists, and so they don't want to talk about certain other things.
Is this woman is just on loop. This is all she knows how to talk about. White supremacy. Wait, hold on. I got to do the next.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's pretty good, right?
I got my glasses on. I got my Jasmine Crockett glasses on.
Glasses. Oh. Yeah, you can't do the swivel. You can't.
God damn, this got sad real quick. They used to have a studio. She's on the road doing one of these Charlie Kirk events or something? Is that what it is? I mean, look, I would spend a moment, making a point about, neck leans and shit like that if you just eaten shit so badly as she listed 3 white supremacist mass shooters. And I get the feeling that neither of these assholes actually, maybe Buffalo, but they have no idea what she's talking about. That those were actual, specifically killers that were killing as white supremacists. They were trying to kill minorities because of their skin color.
I can't do that because I've got a bad neck. I'll do that and I'll be stuck. It'll be a crick in my neck. I mean, this woman she's gradually becoming more and more a stereotype. I mean...
Fuck off. Okay. You get my point. This has to be about her culture, her skin color, her behavior, her language. It can't be based on the facts that she just laid out. We go after a single person killed by a single immigrant, and you paint all immigrants that way. We've got 3 mass shooters and now a political assassin who were Trump supporters all and white supremacist killers in 3 cases, and in the other case, a pro-life murderer, which wrap your fucking head around that. And all 4 of those people were, again, absolutely Trump voters. These guys, they're not going to have a hearing about this. They're going to shut down the border over that shit, right? They're not going to try, enforce this kind of quell these things, go after these organized groups to make sure that there aren't more people like this. That's what you would have a hearing for. Anyways, gross morons, as you do. And okay, so we checked in with Bull O'Reilly yesterday, and according to him, he spoke to Trump. Trump says that Iran will fold.
Earlier today, very briefly, I texted with President Trump.
Oh, kids today. Fucking screenagers, am I right?
He doesn't want to use American air power at this point.
At this point.
Because that would cause some problems with China and Putin.
Oh, you mean his handlers?
He would rather have the Iranians surrender, which he believes they will. Now, that's what he believes, that the mullahs are through. They will have to sign a deal. The deal will be that the weapons inspectors go in to all of the places that are working on the nuke.
Right.
They identify what they have, and then the Iranians themselves, under supervision of the United Nations, would destroy a lot of their arsenal.
Sure. Cool story, bro.
That's what the deal would entail.
He texted you this?
Okay.
Mullahs don't want to do that, obviously, but President Trump believes that will happen.
Yeah, he also believes tariffs will work, and obviously he's had to reverse course on that shit too.
And the
Why does he
signal to
believe he
that
can trust
Why?
the Iranians?
It's not a matter of trust. This is going to happen real fast, so that the weapons inspectors would be in there. They would identify what's happening.
Bullshit.
And then the mullahs would be ordered to destroy it on the spot. If they didn't, then they'd be...
With what, a hand grenade? What are you talking about?
Teens would go up. Now, the signal that the mullahs got, that they're panicking about, is the flight out of Tehran. And that's why the president mentioned it. Get out of town. So there are about 10 million people in town. Their lives are disrupted. They are afraid. They don't like the mullahs anyway, most of them, particularly the younger Persians. They don't like the mullahs. The mullahs now are sensing their army may turn on them.
Right. No, they aren't. That's just made up. He's just pulling that out of his ass. I don't doubt that he texts with Trump, but Trump didn't text like, "Hey, I got word from Tulsi that the army's going to drop their fucking rifles and turn on the mullahs."
And it's entirely possible that would happen. So what President Trump's strategy is to play this out a little longer, because Israel is getting stronger while Iran is getting weaker. You just said they're running out of ordnance. They can't replace it. We're also having food shortage.
By the way, they have 3,000 missiles and they didn't fire them in that last round. Now, it might be that it isn't that they've run out of ordnance, it's that they run out of the launchers. That might be part of the problem too. If you blow up the place where they're going to launch it from, it gets really fucking complicated trying to set off a rocket like that. And if your planes can't take off, if they're going to, some of these rockets are going to come from planes in the air, and you don't have air dominance, you can't fire them from there either. So it's not about they don't have the missiles, it's they don't have anything to launch them from. Which again, this is goes to the nuclear issue. If you're gonna, maybe you can't get the thing underground, but you can effectively bury it so they can't get to it.
It's tough to get food in there now. And Iran does not grow enough food to feed its population.
What's for dinner, darling? We've got poppy, and we got poppy and sweet poppy gravy, and we got fried poppy, and we got grilled poppy, and shrimp fried poppies, and poppies, which is the snack that you eat when you watch the Wizard of Oz.
On the table. And the signals are coming from the mullahs. Now we're serious. Now we'll make a deal, according to the president.
Gibberish. A bunch of these guys are trying to make Trump look like the deal maker because they know it's going to require a bombing. And so they want to excuse him beforehand.
We heard that. Or at best...
Shut up, Sniffy. So they need, to say, well, Trump has tried everything. Now, obviously, this is just happening, so it's very exciting. Let's check in with Kyle Kulinski. Major breaking, reporting for duty, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that your vase? Something very, very bad is happening. Evergreen. Does Crystal know? I mean, it is Pride Month.
All right, guys, I have some really horrific breaking news here for you. So, unfortunately, it looks...
Uh-oh. He's going to release an album.
Like it's about to go down. Something...
It is?
Very, very bad is about to unfold. So, a few things here. First of all, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was on Israeli TV the other day. This is last night, I believe. And he said the following, quote, Your hour of freedom is near. It is happening now. 80% of the people of Iran despise the regime, just like Cyrus the Great freed the Jews. Now it is your time to be free. Rise up and make Iran great again. So the key part there is your hour of freedom is near. It is happening now.
Yeah, it's an ongoing fight. I think what he means is, I think we're supposed to assume that that means there's going to be a nuclear strike or some big, like, Moab hit on Tehran or something like that, instead of this is an ongoing campaign and it could end with you guys just overthrowing.
That sounds like it's already been decided and Trump is officially going to enter the war, in the sense that...
No, it doesn't. Netanyahu said that, and they're doing this campaign whether or not somebody gives them the go-ahead or not.
You have U.S. planes bombing Iran, potentially U.S. boots on the ground.
No, that's not what this means.
Here's another...
There aren't going to be boots in the ground. There'll be drones in the air and maybe bomber support. That's what they're talking about. But the idea that we're going to fucking put paratroopers in there is just stupid.
One for you. So, Israeli News Channel 14 said, Trump is expected to sign a presidential order in the coming hours to join the war.
Expected by who?
Now, by the way, let's be clear, and I'll come back to this in a second. You can't decide we're going to go to war by executive order.
Yeah, we know, but you can limited support for them. You can't put boots on the ground. You can't make an action in those regards, but you don't have to go to them immediately. It wouldn't be a declared war. If he has, let's check in, shall we? Let's see. Trump declares war. I don't know. I moved to limit Trump's war president. Okay. Pentagon live briefing. Trump threatens Iran Supreme Leader, escalating rhetoric about the thing. 5 hours ago, live. It is. Trump says he's working on something much bigger. Threatens Iran Supreme Leader over nuclear program. 5 hours ago, he's working on something bigger. Declares total control of Iran skies. Okay. Did Trump declare war today? No. New. Trump says we now have what? Okay, hold on. Amps up rhetoric. We now have total control of the skies. Okay, whatever. Same thing. Nope. Amps up rhetoric. He talks a big game all the fucking time. No indication Iran strike on U.S. sites is imminent. What do Iranian people stand with the regime? Where do they? Trump is considering a range of options, Iran including a U.S. strike. Bus depot in Israel hit by Iranian missile. Trump's meeting with national security advisors has ended. Situation room meeting with Trump and his national security advisors is now wrapped, according to a White House official. Mourners hold funerals for strike victims in Arab Israeli city. Israel's Arab minority is about 20% of the population. Descendants of Palestinians who stayed in the country in 1948. They're Israeli citizens, but many identify with the Palestinian cause. Iran killed a few of them. Widespread cyber attacks hit Iranian banks, ATMs, and internet access. Israel launches wave of airstrikes on Iran. Trump meeting with national security advisors. Top Iranian, they got bored and left. Top Iranian general threatens punitive actions against Israel. Loud explosions heard in Tehran. Yep, nope, not so far. This is 6 hours ago. Didn't happen in the near term. And I don't think that you can. I think he can go in an emergency. It's an emergency action, and we have to support Israel because they're defending themselves, and we can do this temporarily. But we're not declaring war on Iran to do it.
That's not a thing. That's not how it works. Congress decides whether or not we go to war.
Dude, have you seen Mike Johnson? You're not actually acting like shit still works, do you? Like it's supposed to. Of course, Kyle's one of those guys who was like, it's a coin flip between how bad Harris or Biden is versus Trump. I mean, it's really 6 of one, half dozen of another. So there's an illness going around in the thinking of that crowd that has a lot to do with, I don't know, it was, what's the difference really? Because Harris totally would have done this.